What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about SoundHound. I want to give you a quick overview of some of the data points, break it down on what is really influencing it today, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. Starting off, SoundHound is pulling back down 3.39%. Couple of different attributing factors. One is just broader growth stocks are pulling back. Secondly, you do have just the technicals not really looking all that favorable for SoundHound. And three, just shorts. So I'm going to go over each and every individual point, break that down for you. But $14.23 the low, $15.36 is the high. So it does show that it wants to go higher. It does want to truly break out, as you can kind of see, because this right here isn't normal. This is very, very random, and this is essentially a battle going on. You are seeing a lot of big money buying, and then at the same time you are seeing shorts increasing their position. So you are essentially seeing a battle, and everything that does show as a ask right here is a buy, some level of kind of selling essentially as well. That's kind of what brought it down, but this is where you're having the give and take throughout the day. So kind of interesting. It's definitely a good sign to see this level of buying on the secondary market above $100,000, because if we, especially in the past, we've seen just big money not really paying attention to SoundHound, and this is where usually shorts are able to fully thrive. That's just my own opinion, of course, but no actual news associated to SoundHound, so it's just piggybacking off of just the broader concerns and everything that I did bring up. In 2 days, they'll be participating in this, so the Barclays Annual Global Tech Conference in San Francisco. Most likely, as I stated in previous videos, I don't see anything new coming from that, especially considering they just had this on December the 4th. So it's just going to be more of a regurgitation. But historically, whenever they do have these fireside chats in the past, there's been at least one new analyst rating that has or will come out. So that hasn't been announced yet, or they haven't submitted it. So hopefully one does come out and it is very, very bullish in the teens and stuff like that. Then the market will really be able to take that and run with it. But like I mentioned at the beginning, shorts are very active. So net, they are increasing 1.08 million shares. So that's just net. Of course, they were going back and forth, and they are essentially causing all of this, because in case you don't know, by shorts increasing, they are essentially adding selling pressure. So it's quite the battle, but 24.62% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 80.86 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is 8.52, and then short score is 74.51. And then just generally looking at what shorts have been doing, even though SoundHound has gone up quite a lot over the last 5 days, over the last 1 month, over the last 1 month alone is up 108.13%. Shorts have maintained, if not increased, their position. So it's a never-ending battle, and these are single-handedly the culprits on why SoundHound are basically at these levels. So it's just a matter of time before SoundHound does kind of disclose a new agreement, something along those lines, and then it'll just kind of skyrocket from there. But as of right now, kind of low volume through the options. So 11 million in calls, 2.84 million in puts. 48% of all the options being done though today are optimistic in nature. And of those call options that are being purchased, you see a consensus for it to be above that $16. So still a good amount of optimism for that. And then the bears are anticipating a full-on breakdown, more so for it to be sub $12. So it's honestly all over the place. If the market does go down, SoundHound is not going to be exempt from that. So very rarely do you see a stock kind of going against the market to that magnitude. So yeah, it is what it is. I think SoundHound going up as much as it has is a very big accomplishment in among itself, and it does go to show that it's getting attention, and I think that's kind of the more important part from anything. But as of right now, with it at $14 and change, it is trading between these 2 points, so this R1 and the pivot. So 1539 is going to be that next strong target / resistance for SoundHound, and this is why I said the technicals are kind of working against SoundHound, because it has been bouncing off of this point right here. So we do know that's a very strong resistance. So you really need big money to kind of back it and really push it higher. But If it does fail to get above that point, then $12.89 is going to be that next strong support. And this is pretty much what I think the bears are anticipating through options is coming. So I think they are anticipating for this to be broken, and then it kind of goes back into the $10 to $12 range. So that's what obviously options say. But no matter what though, options is just merely a sentiment. It does not move the stock price by purchasing or doing any of this. So again, just kind of be aware of that. But quickly popping over to IBKR, looking at the technicals on the 1 year, things are absolutely a-okay. Still above, for instance, everything that I like to look at, the ALMA, 5100, 200-day moving average, super trend, all of this looks very, very bullish. As I've stated, the only negative essentially to SoundHound is it is rather overbought. So the first sign of weakness, whether it be on a macro level or just SoundHounds in specific, you're going to see a lot of volatility. And based on the fib levels, very wide gaps. So once again, more volatility. But even moving over to the 1 month, this is where you're seeing some signs of weakness. And actually, my apologies. I'll quickly go back over here. I don't think you were able to see that because of my face. And I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. And going back over here, so this is the 1 month. So this is where you're seeing some signs of weakness right here. So currently it is below the ALMA, which is at 1491. So shows more consolidation is coming at least. But I think just generally speaking, it's doing pretty good. And this is the latest analyst ratings, just so you are aware. On a side note, so last one was done 26 days ago, $8 price target by H.C. Wainwright Scott, who has a 33% success rating. So hopefully with the upcoming fireside chat in 2 days, that'll prompt another new analyst rating, and it'd be very positive if it was like, let's say $15, $16, then I think the AI will really drive it higher because of that. So let me know your thoughts on SoundHound. Are you buying? Are you selling? Are you locking in profits with options, for instance, or what are you doing behind the scenes? So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And what's your viewpoint just generally on shorts still really lingering around with SoundHound, and what do you think is going to really deter them and get them off of SoundHound's back? So yeah, what's your viewpoint? And then one final thing I just wanted to share with you, I just launched a Patreon where I'm giving buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been home runs. I'm doing roughly around 2 a day, which I do feel are good buying opportunities, whether it be in the short term or long term. So definitely pop over there, link in the description below and also the comments to take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.